Now, on the final day of the Israel-Hamas truce, Qatar Foreign Ministry announced that the truce will be extended by another 2 days. This as both Israel and Hamas try to work out a tricky hostage swap deal. Remember, Qatar is one of the key mediators between both sides. And on the fourth day of the truce, 11 Israeli hostages, including 3-year-old twins, were freed by Hamas, bringing the total number of released hostages to more than 50. In exchange for 33 Palestinians were released from the Israeli prisons, reportedly included 30 children and 3 women. The release brought the total number of detainees freed by Israel during the initial 4-day pause in the fighting to 150. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will be paying his third wartime visit to the Middle East. He will be taking stock of the situation as the mediators announced an extension of that truce. And United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres said it's a glimpse of hope and humanity in the middle of the darkness of war.
The ceasefire has been extended by 2 more days. What that means is that there will be no fighting for 2 days and an additional 20 hostages will be released, 10 per day. This was announced by Qatar's Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Monday, which said that both sides, Israel and Hamas, agreed to the terms of this deal. So far, there have been 58 hostages released, among them 39 Israelis. There is expected to be an additional 11 hostages released on Monday and 33 Palestinian prisoners. But there are still estimated to be about 175 hostages that remain in Gaza. There has been a mix of emotions during this 4-day truce while there has been hostages released and prisoners released. In Israel, people have lined the streets welcoming the hostages home. Families have had emotional reunifications at hospitals. Staff at the hospitals have said for the most part people are in good condition. There was one girl who was shot in the leg and required surgery. An elderly woman was in very critical condition and had to be rushed immediately to the hospital. Families whose hostages still remain say that it's bittersweet for them, and they are putting increasing pressure on the government to make sure that they continue to get their people out. On the Palestinian side, people were honking in the streets and rejoicing. A lot of the prisoners who were released were teenagers and women who had been held by Israel for minor offenses such as throwing stones or disturbing the public peace. Now, however long this ceasefire continues to go on for, Israel has made it very clear that once it is over, they are going to continue the war effort. They are going to go into Gaza. They say their aims are to eradicate Hamas and to make sure that all the hostages are returned.